coffee today morning. This is my first cup. It's already 12 noon. Some days I don't need it, some days I do. But today morning I woke up, I was about to make myself a cup or a mug, or maybe more than that. But we were out of milk. Here is my review for Little Women.
This is Meg, Amy, Beth, and Joe.
So, there have been in total 7 movie adaptations of this book, Little Women. And the adaptation starts from the 1920s or 1910s until this latest one by Greta Gerwig. And the book is so pivotal for English literature, and it's such an important book. So there's hardly anything new that could have been done with the material. But Greta Gerwig is able to kind of transform the story material purely out of her screenwriting prowess into an almost complete movie experience. And that is why I do agree with everyone who's been saying that her non-nomination is a definite, genuine Oscar snub.
I'm working on a novel. It is a story of my life and my sister's.
Make it short and spicy. And if the main character is a girl, make sure she's married by the end.
When faced with this challenge of delivering on a movie that has been made a few times before, Greta Gerwig decides to go the Nolan route. She fractures the timeline into two and connects an interweaving story between the timelines, shot beautifully. And hats off to the guys editing the movie and the cinematographer for being able to seamlessly transition between the two timelines in a way that is so coherent that sometimes it became confusing for me to kind of realize, oh wait, it's changed. But with the difference in color palette between the two timelines, it was not so difficult for me as well, but it looks so much better.
I'm the best painter in the world.
While I can rave on about Greta and her rest of the cast or her rest of the crew for another half hour because I really loved the movie, majority of the credit has to go to the actors in the movie. I'm just gonna read out the names because there are a lot that I want to mention. So Emma Watson was Meg, Timothy Chalamet was Teddy, Laurie, sorry, not Freddie was someone else, don't need to mention it. Then we had Eliza Scanlon as Beth, we had Laura Dern as Marmee, we had the indomitable Meryl Streep, who surprisingly for me, when I saw the trailer, I kind of assumed that she would land an Oscar nod for her role, but she was hardly in it. But she was Meryl Streep and she was amazing. Then we had Chris Cooper as Mr. Lawrence and Bob Odenkirk as the Father March. I don't remember his name. My God. They were all amazing performances. There was hardly a scene that was not acted beautifully. However, there were 2 standouts, and both of those standouts did get an Oscar nod. Saoirse Ronan, who is quickly becoming the finest actress of our generation right now.
I'm so sick of people saying that love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it.
Saoirse Ronan is the glue that holds the story together in this movie. She is phenomenal. However, the story, the character arc that she goes on is pretty predictable, which really takes away from her performance a little bit, for me at least, and it takes away from the whole movie in general. However, there was a scene stealer in the movie who does have a pending Best Supporting Actress nomination. She's the one I'm rooting for. Almost. Anyways, I'm talking about Florence Pugh as Amy March.
You are your family's hope now.
I believe we have some power over who we love. It isn't something that just happens to a person.
I mean, she acted in the scene with some of the finest actors ever. Yes, and some of the finest actors of this generation. Timothée Chalamet, Saoirse Ronan, Emma Watson, and then we had Meryl Streep for a couple of scenes with her. And my god, she's able to outact all of these people. She needs that Oscar right away. She is so good. So if I was to just sum it up, Little Women takes you on a journey where the road is predictable, but what's not predictable is how you get there. Instead of cruising along the interstate in a nice little highway, director, screenwriter Greta Gerwig takes you on that journey in an emotional roller coaster where you're feeling, you're laughing, you're crying, and if it was not for how common the story is and that I knew how it was going to end despite I have not read the book, that did not sound right. Despite not having read the book, as a grammar Nazi, I mean, I have to make that change. But since I already knew the ending, despite not having read the book, speaks volumes of the popularity of the tale, and to be able to do something revolutionary and be able to evoke emotions in the heart of the viewers. I think this movie was spectacular. The story is very predictable, so I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of a 10. So that's it for my review of Little Women. I don't know right now how I'm gonna edit this, if it's just gonna be me talking to you, or else I'm gonna interpose a lot of other things. I hope I do all that. That's it for today. I will see you guys in another video. Bye.